Mike, I watched the Penn State game against Purdue at a retirement home, and it was very fitting because I felt like some of the people in the cafeteria were gumming their food, just like Penn State seemed to be gumming the competition on their way. They win, it's ugly. It's like watching somebody eat without teeth in their mouth. It's like, they're just gumming this stuff. And the result's the same. The food goes down just like another win in the column here, 6-1. And as Tom Bradley, though, baby, it ain't pretty.
As Tom Bradley said after the game, it's not like we're going to the prom here, which is kind of funny because both Gordy Jones, who did the game story, and I, who did the column for our paper, both used that quote. And Jim Hirsch, our esteemed sports editor, said, "It's a good quote. Let's go with it. You can both use it."
It was gold. It's gold, Jerry. It's
gold, Jerry. Gold.
The result, the running game looks pretty good. The offensive line, I liked what I'm seeing out of these guys. I see...
they're sort of fitfully, slowly getting better. I agree.
Defensively, did well in some areas. Came up big when they had to. They gave up a lot of yards, didn't they?
They did. I was surprised how well Purdue was able to run the ball, and I really think there was a little bit of an emotional letdown after the Iowa game. I think Penn State put a lot into that Iowa game, so there was a little bit of that, and I don't think the defense played its best game, but it's still good enough to get the job done.
I got Derek Moy is out right now. It's what is it? A toe injury?
No, he broke his foot. Falling down the steps at his apartment. I mean, it was a non-football related.
Very coordinated. Our receiver there, Justin Brown, Mosby Felder. That's his last name.
Yeah, Brandon Mosby Felder. Yeah.
Okay, these guys stepped up pretty good at receiver. I
thought Brown in particular played well. I thought he would kind of step into Moy's role as the number one target, and he did. Terrific one-handed catch on about a 30-yard play, and Penn State is pretty good at wide receiver. They're pretty good at the offensive skill position. Silas Red again, money in the bank, and Curtis Dukes coming up behind him has been very good as a kind of a power runner, change of pace.
I think Stephon Green got in too, and he's probably their best pass blocking running back out there. Stephon Still underneath did well as well. I will fault him in one area, and it's one we've talked about before. I don't want to dwell on it. It's quarterback.
Yeah, I really think Penn State has become a pretty solid team in every area, but I think quarterback play is really dragging them down. And I hate to say that because people sort of knee-jerk say that. People always want to blame the quarterback, and a lot of times it's simplistic, but I really don't think it is in this case.
Yeah, I think it's good that Bolden's getting some playing time because he needs that for the experience. And there's a couple passes here and there I see glimpses that, okay, he's got talent. The Temple game was a fourth down play where he laser darted. I don't know if McGloin makes that. And he had one like against Purdue that was similar to that on Saturday. But McGloin's a little bit better right now on what he's doing on the field and moving those chains. But he's still forcing things. He's trying for the home run ball too much. Case in point, right after the great Justin Brown one-handed catch.
That's what he
forces it in the end zone. Granted, it's a fluky off a receiver's foot, but it was double coverage and a hard throw to make. And
yeah, neither one of them are an ideal answer, and I don't think Bolden is if anything regressing. So that is a real problem. But again, I think quarterback play is dragging him down.
What's the future hold of that position? I think one of the reasons why Bolden's getting some playing time, one, he needs it for experience, but two, if they bench him now because McGloin's been a little bit stronger, I think he transfers.
They have Paul Jones, a kid who is academically ineligible right now, who is a talent, should be back next year, and they have a kid named Skylar Morningweg, the son of the Eagles' offensive coordinator, who is a pretty highly regarded kid from out of the Philadelphia area who's coming next year as a true freshman. So I think the future is at least theoretically bright at that spot, and it really gets interesting next year when you have 3, maybe 4 kids jockeying for position there.
An interesting thing is I think next year they're rebuilding. This year I get frustrated with them because I think they've got some talent this year and they lose a lot of guys. Next year they're rebuilding. If Bolden decides to bolt, go with McGloin, redshirt Skyler so he has a year to get experience. Talking about future, what does the future next week hold? They're playing an evening game, 7 p.m. Eastern start. It's going to be at 6 o'clock out there in Chicago. They go to Northwestern.
At Northwestern.
What do you expect from the Wildcats?
I think it's a very dangerous game. I think it's kind of a little bit of a trap game for Penn State because their schedule gets real tough from here on out. They look at Northwestern, which does not have a win in the Big Ten, which is 2-4 overall, which lost to Army, for God's sake. But they have a terrific quarterback, a kid named Dan Persa from Bethlehem, who has become an excellent college player. He's not 100% healthy, so he's not as much of a running threat as he used to be, but he's a terrific percentage passer. They are an explosive offense, and I think it's kind of a last stand for Northwestern. It's similar to the Eagles situation last week, with the Redskins. I think it's very similar to that. It's almost a last stand for them, and I think this is a very tough spot for Penn State because this is a team that can score. They look pretty bad defensively, especially pass defensively, but with these quarterbacks, can the Penn State take advantage of that? I think that's kind of the dynamic. I think it's a very tough game. I think if I had to pick this game today, I'm not actually going to make a pick until Friday, but if I had to make it today, I think I'd pick Northwestern.